Now we will create bridge between this part and upper part of antlers. So select edges on the bottom, double click on it and press P to create polygon. And now this polygon can be moved a little bit up. And we can move it just like that. Rotate it a bit just to match background image. Now select this lower part, press B to activate bevel tool, and just place it there. Activate bevel tool again, and now with the red handle you can scale this polygon. Then shift click and drag the blue handle to move it up, and then red to just move a little bit further and add another polygon. Drop the tool and deselect. Now select polygon on the bottom, on the upper part, and now we need to connect this part with selected polygon. Alright, so change view to see it from the right side, and now we will be bridging this part. So select two polygons, press L, activate loop slice, add edge in the middle, and now you can select 1, 2, 3, 4 polygons, select this polygon and activate bridge tool. While the tool is active, we can still change our edge flow. Press tab to go to subdivision and select this vertex, activate slide tool and slide it to the front, activate move tool and bring it to the front, and again activate move tool for this vertex also and bring it to the back. And we can just move points around to make this edge flow very nice and smooth. As you can see, now we're almost done. Okay. Now we'll have smooth base for the sculpt. Okay, now we need to create this part, as you can see on the image, and connect antlers with the head. And now we need to project this geometry on top of the head. Okay, so to do that, we will need to use Modo constraints, and now we will push this polygon towards the head. But to do that, we need to scale it a little bit and leave it just there. Alright. Activate constraint, and now go to snapping. This tool. Go to snapping. Constraint mode set to background, and geometry set to vector. And now we can move this polygon, set action center to selection, and as you can see, the geometry is placed over the head. The vertex are sticking to the head geometry. Alright. That is what we wanted. Okay. So go to front view. And we need to mirror this the this whole geometry. So go to duplicate and choose mirror. Make sure you're on the polygon mode and press on the screen to set the mirror axis and zero it out to be perfectly sure that it's centered, and drop the tool. Now we've got two parts of the antlers, and we need to copy all these polygons and go to, just to make sure it's all looking good, go to subdivision mode, and now we need to copy this geometry and paste it to the mesh that contain all of body. So select antler stamp in polygon mode, press Ctrl C to copy and turn off visibility. Select this mesh in polygon mode and press Ctrl V to paste it. Alright, and now we've got paste meshes. Okay, and now we need to connect this part with antlers. So turn on symmetry on X, and we will be cutting these polygons. So as you can see, symmetry is working. Go to the right view and zoom out a little bit. And now we will be cutting this part here and this part here to connect vertices, just like so. Okay, and we will connect this and those two, and also on the back, and this here, and this too. So select 4 polygons, activate bevel, and bevel just a very little amount. Alright. And we can delete those polygons inside. And select this polygon on the bottom and delete it. And now go to edges and select one edge and another edge and activate bridge. We got bridge now, and we need to change segments to 0, and now you can see it's bridged good. Alright, go to subdivision and see what the model has done. Okay, select this one, this one edge, and activate bridge tool. Double click on this edge and deselect the gaps between. Alright, can go just over there. Okay, and deselect it, and now go to bridge auto connection and press to run the tool. Deselect, go to subdivision mode. As you can see, we've got connected mesh, but the edge flow is very bad, so we need to correct this. Double click on this edge, that is wrong, and up arrow to select and delete it. As you can see, now we've got very nice and smooth connections between antlers base and skull of our character. Unfortunately, sometimes Modo loses symmetry, and we need to fix that. So in polygon mode, double click on antlers and delete them. Now move away from the model, press Alt spacebar, go to select, choose lasso rectangle, and draw on the screen to select only half. Turn off symmetry, and now draw and select only half. Okay. This way we will mirror the whole body, and we will have this antlers merge with the head. Okay, so now activate mirror, and now we get mirrored. But one thing is wrong, because the vertices in the middle part are not connected. So you can see this very harsh line, and we need to change it. Go to vertex, press on merge, and let the model do its magic. As you can see, nothing happens, so we need to change to range to fixed and set distance to 10 meters, micrometers, and this way model will know that it has to merge all vertices that are very near to each other. As you can see, now the model looks clean. We can turn on symmetry on X, and nothing happened. Why is that? We need to fix this symmetry. Go to geometry and mesh cleanup, and now locate symmetry tool and activate it. And as you can see, when you draw the slider in one direction, all the yellow points are gone, and now our model is perfectly symmetrical. And we can now refine its shape further. In perspective view, now we need to move and fix smoothing of this antlers, and we can do minor adjustments of flowing of the polygons. So go to edges, double click, and go to the face mode. So this should go forward. Double click, activate move tool, and move it and rotate it a bit. Okay. And to the front. Alright. Now double click on this edge and move it forward. And double click on this edge and move it forward. Alright. And you can see the antlers are shaping quite nicely. And now select those edges on the back, activate move tool, and move it slightly up and to the right. Okay. And now we need to refine a few things more. So go to polygon, select tree, press L to select loop, activate Alt-C loop slice, and add one edge. You can delete this one, and now the transition is more smooth. But it is not very nice, so get back to that. And now we are set it right. Okay. Select these polygons by using Shift up arrow to expand selection, And now go to Fall Off, Soft Selection, activate Move Tool, and as you can see, we will be moving this in soft manner. So the Fall Off, change its radius. Okay, and now, as you can see, we can change it to 0, and with this nice Fall Off, we can manipulate this part of mesh, and the transformation will blend nicely to the surrounding polygons. Activate Rotate Tool, rotate this a little bit, and place this in position. Okay, go to Move Tool and move it up. Okay, alright. So double click on this edge, activate Scale Tool, turn off Fall Off, and contract a little, and also do it for these two edge loops. Activate Scale Tool and scale them down, but change Action Center to Selection. This way, better to Local. This way, all the loops will be scaled individually. Alright, and now we can scale this one more time. And we need to select 2 polygons, add another edge. Alright, and this can be moved a little bit down. Okay, we got nice carving in the surface, and this will be a good base for sculpting. Alright, we're done with antlers in this section. Now we need to smooth these things out and go to Edges, double click on them. Alright, make sure that your Action Center is set to Local. Activate Scale Tool. As you can see, now we can move and transform those edge loops individually. So now scale them a little bit, and it's a little bit thinner. Double click on these loops, activate Scale Tool, and just scale down. Okay. And I think that the rest of the antlers are looking just fine. So we would refine this part that will make ear. Alright, and now we need to move polygons to match the jaw. And this strip of polygons need to be transformed. So go to the front view. Now you can see on the back. So now we need to move it to match our background image. Okay, to do that, go to the Fall Off, choose Linear, and set Symmetric to End, and draw this Fall Off on the screen. Okay, and as you can see, the Fall Off snaps to our selected polygons. And now change Action Center to Screen, and we change Shape Preset to Easy In, and we can move. As you can see, we are moving very, very smooth form. Okay, and it's shaping around our background image. Okay. As it is a very organic form, we need to sculpt it. So activate Sculpt Palette tool, press F2, go to push, brush, make sure you are in sculpt mode, set to mesh. Alright, and now set this view to front, and in perspective mode, just simply push. Adjust the brush size with the right mouse button, and now you can gently lay down strokes over the head of the model. As you can see, we're gently pushing, with each stroke we're gently pushing our geometry forward. And now let's make this lower jaw a very strong one, full of muscles. And as you can see, I'm gently pushing this geometry with a stroke. I use a bamboo tablet to get the pressure sensitivity. So when I press gently, Modo will recognize that, and the tool is affected by my pressure size and the pressure strength. Okay, we can now flatten the end. To smooth it mesh, press Shift, and then you can smooth, and when you press Control you get the opposite effect of pushing. You will be pushing backwards this mesh. Alright, and I think we need to smooth this a little bit down. And for the start of this character, I think it is quite good. Now let's do the ear part. We need to push it a little bit to the front. And I think we're done with this. Alright. So now we'll be modeling an ear of our character, and to do that we need to create another mesh, press N to create another mesh, call it ear temp, and then go back to modeling. The ear should be the deer ear, and it's very long, and animal ear, and we will kick off with a cylinder. So activate cylinder tool, leave it size of count of 8, make sure it's a real circle, and turn off symmetry, by the way. Alright, and just like that. Alright, place it just over there. I'll type in the same values on radius of X and Y axis. Alright, place it there and drop the tool. Now, select polygons, press B to activate bevel, bevel a little, and now activate slice tool, press C. And then just cut it through the middle of polygons. So, select the inner part of circle, those 4 polygons, and we need to 1, 2, 3, 4, copy and paste these polygons, activate Move tool and move those pasted polygons just to the left side. Rotate, and that will be a base of our ear, and this part will connect to the head. And move it just about, huh? And this will be connecting to our head, just like so. And now select half of this circle, Ctrl X and Ctrl V to paste it again. Activate Move tool and move it to the right. And now select Edges, activate Bridge tool, and press 1. Alright. And now in polygon mode, rotate, scale this a little bit higher. Activate Move tool. And now this polygon selected. Select all of them, activate linear fall-off, draw fall-off on the screen, and turn off symmetric. Okay, reverse on the Y and scale it down, just like so. And as you can see, while the fall-off is live, and we can change it on the fly. That is very, very nice of working in Modo. Okay, so select this all polygons, scale it again, this time change to element, oh my god, sorry, to selection, and go to the left side of selection, and rotate this polygons. And now we can move them. Alright, as you can see, handle snap to bottom of our selection. And now we need to transform edges. So, go to the form, element move, press T on keyboard, and just move these edges around. As you can see, the element move tool works like this. Whatever is under your mouse gets selected, and then you can move it. So you can select this way vertices, edges, and polygons. Modo will decide what is on under your cursor, and then Modo will move this for you. So it is very nice and easy way of tweaking the mesh. Alright, we got points in this part. As you can see, I press Tab to go to subdivision mode and see what I am doing. And now I'm changed to wireframe mode to better see where I have to go with this geometry. So now I'm tweaking the geometry furthermore and just moving edges around. Alright, and now the middle point. I'm trying to match our background image because there are wireframe built in, and you can see this way we will have a good topology of the A. Activate loop slice and add 2 edges, make sure it's on uniform mode, and tweak position of the edges on the edge of here. Okay, tweak them more. And now we will need to add more edges here, but first we need to see in subdivision mode how the polygons are flowing, and it's quite good, I must say. Alright, we will add edges here, so activate loop slice, add 2 edges, and again tweak a little, press T to activate Element Move tool. And just make sure that vertices fits to background image. See it in subdivision mode. And now again tweak and check how it looks after subdivision. Looking good. Alright, we can move on to the next part. We're gonna add volume to that. So double click on polygons, activate polygon extrude, Shift X, and extrude to the back. Alright. And geometry is holding quite nicely, and we have to move this back side of ear to the back. Alright. So go to edge mode, select this edge on the back, and now and these two. Okay, activate move tool and move it gently to the back. Alright. Go to subdivision and back again. Press tab. And this time activate soft selection fall off and move this. As you can see now, we will be moving points in very organic manner. And this edge also we need to move slightly to the back. Alright. And also these three edges. Activate move tool and move it in the Z direction. And also this part of here. And now we'll double click on those polygons, move them back, go to front view, and rotate it, just that it will be perpendicular to the ear. And go to face mode, press tab. And we need to connect these 4 polygons with those 4 polygons. So to do that, we need to activate polygon extrude, extrude a little. Now select those polygons, 1, 2, 3, 4, and activate bridge. But we have to turn off soft selection fall off, because it's preventing from bridging surface. So now we've got a nice start for the ear, and this part will connect our ear to the head. Now we need to add depth to this, and of course the hole, and we need to select those inner polygons, press B to activate bevel tool. And move it to the back. Alright. And now press Shift to reactivate the tool and move it one more time. Let me just tweak it a little bit. Alright. Deselect tool. And we've got nice rounding. And again, select this inner part. Press B. And move it way back. And now we now form the inside of our ear. Alright. And now we will make hole here. Okay. So with this two polygon selected, activate bevel tool. Press B and bevel a little. And again, those edges need to be moved down. Alright. As you can see, I'm in selection action center, so my tool handle is aligned to the surface. Okay, and now we need to bevel again. So press B to activate bevel and push it just inside. But bevel will push along the normals, but we need to activate this in as polygon extrude. Shift X, and then we will have our geometry extrude in the world axis. As you can see, I'm extruding it twice. Okay, go to subdivision mode and see how we are doing, and it is quite good so far. And scale this a little. Alright. Make it bigger hole. And now we need to push some edges. And we need to smooth it out, this tip of our ear. So, select those polygons, turn off soft selection, and now move it. And we need to go to deform, smooth, and press on the screen. As you can see, now the mesh is smoothed quite nicely, thanks to selection fall-off, soft selection fall-off. This smooth tool is spreaded across multiple polygons, and it works a lot better. Now activate linear fall-off for this part of the ear and bring it to the front. Alright, dismiss fall-off by pressing escape, and we need to move this edge. Double click on it and move it forward. As you can see, these are minor tweaks, but the ear is forming quite nicely. So, turn off soft selection, select edges in the middle, activate soft selection again, and press W to move them back. Okay, and again, move them back. As you can see, we're moving points in a very organic way. And now the ear is formed quite nicely. So we might need to tweak the tip of ear. So select those polygons and move them towards the head. Expand selection and move towards the head again. And now just the tip. Yes, and we need to add this gentle movement. Alright, and we want it to be thinner than all the rest of the ear. Okay, and we can move this away from the head, just to make it tip more exaggerated. Okay, so now this polygons should go to front a little bit more, and I think we finished this part for now. As you can see, we've got overlapping geometry here, so we need to select these vertices and move it to the front, because they would give us a sculpting errors and also a rendering errors. Right? So, with this here, now we can just copy those polygons. So, copy this, Ctrl C, I go to the character layer and paste this here. Okay, we will now move this here to the right position, okay, and we need to connect this with these 4 polygons, as you can see below. These 4 polygons will be connected to those 4 polygons, and as I can manage to select them. Alright, okay, but there is a nicer way to do it. Select all here, go to front view, activate move tool, change your action center to local, and now select those polygons and activate bridge tool. Alright, bridge, and once again turn off soft selection, and as you can see, now we got our meshes bridged. Alright, then you can select these polygons, go to lasso selection, and this time select all here, and move it, go to action center, set the selection border. As you can see, we got this handle snap to the base of here, and we can just place it down. And we can rotate this here slightly to the back, and we can rotate it just like so, okay? And this, we could do it on the other side, but we won't do it just yet, because we will prepare a UV map for one side, and then we mirror our character in part B of our training. So, I think we're almost done for now, so we have to inspect our mesh, go to selection, lasso, change to a rectangle again, go to the front view, and now select half of our character in polygon mode. Alright. One second. Okay. I need to use right mouse button. Alright. And delete it. And now, with this half of the character ready, we can move it forward to the next step, which will be creating UV map for this Hern character. And we will create this UV map prior to sculpting, because it is a very nice way of working. And then we can freeze this map and freeze our character and export it to Mari for painting, and we will be back in Modo making shaders and rendering this character. But in the next part there will be UV creating session, and I will show you that Modo have superb UV tools, and UVing can be very, very nice. See you then. Thank you.